A lot of times people look at work ethic, they look at it this way. Oh, I got to do this for the next 10 years, 5 years. Oh, I got to work hard, work hard. And that's scary to think about. If you got to think about working hard for a very long time, that's defeating. I know you guys feel defeated sometimes. You got like, oh, how long am I going to keep doing this shit? If you think that way, you're never going to be motivated to go work hard. You have to find a way to excite yourself to work hard now so you don't have to work later. So I'll give you guys an example. When I was working by myself, right? This was me. I was doing door to door. I was running around, I was knocking on doors. Every single day, do you think I liked it or I loved it or I hated it? I really genuinely hated it. I hated it. I woke up in the morning and I did not want to go anywhere. But what really forced me to go out there was I had this goal. This was my goal at the time. I really had this number in my head. I needed to hit $100,000 in income and I wanted to have $100,000 in my bank. Because I remember one of my mentors at 19 said, you know, the first step of creating financial security, financial stability for yourself is go learn how to make 100,000 and then go learn how to put 100,000 in your bank account and then go learn how to make 100,000 multiply. I really genuinely hated it every single morning. I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. I hated it. It took me an hour and a half to get out of bed every single morning. Okay, I didn't have meetings like that because we don't have that kind of culture. Once a week we had to go to the office, sometimes twice a week, depending on the week. They just said in the message, come to the office. Our office meeting was at 12 p.m. We would finish at 1 p.m. and then we would just leave. And if there was no meeting that day, guess what I did? I slept till what time? 10, 11. I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you what I did, right? Because I couldn't find energy to get up in the morning to go out there and do it. I just didn't like it. And when you don't like something, what happens? You don't want to do it. You just fucking don't have the excitement. I just thought my friend knock on my door, wake me up at 10:30, so let's go make money. Right? That was how that's how I started. Now, you guys may not think that, but that's how I started it. So I did not like it. Now I'm not proud of that. I'm just giving you guys it's my story. I didn't like it. But every single day as I was knocking, right? 90% of the time I was knocking with somebody. The other 10% when you had to go do something, whatever, I was like, I'm still working, right? Because I really had this goal of hitting this. Like once I was already in the motion at 1 o'clock, I kind of got myself into it already, right? It's like going to the gym. You feel like shit when you want to go to the gym, right or wrong? You're like, the second you get to the gym, like, I'm here already. Fuck it, let's do it, right? You know what I felt that before? Yep. It's the same concept. That's what happened to me. So the second I got to the field, I felt a little bit better. And I'm like, okay, now I got two choices. I'm either going to work like crazy today and get a result, or I'm just going to not do anything. I just got to make 2-3 sales today. That was my mindset. Let me go make 2-3 sales. I will go out there, bust my ass till 9 o'clock, get 1, 2, or 3 sales, and I was kind of feel liberated. I'm like, oh, okay, whew, I got lucky today. Because to me, every single day was it was a very big question mark. I didn't know if I was going to make a sale. I didn't know if I was going to make money that day. To me, it was very scary. Anyone ever felt that before or no? Or is it just me? You guys ever felt that before? Like every day you feel, like you wake up, you're like, I don't know how today's going to be. Then by the end of the day, you're like, oh, shit. I got 2 appointments. I got 1 prezi. I got one. Like I didn't know. So anytime I had any kind of success, I'll be very, very happy about it. I'll be like celebrating a little bit, right? And I would start counting up the money. Like, oh shit, I got 2 sales today. That's $200 each. That's $400. That's awesome. I'm getting closer to this goal. Like, because my weekly goal was what? $2,000 a week. That was my goal. So if I had $400, I'm like, damn. If I just do it for 4 more days, that's $1,600. I'm gonna hit that 2,000. So I was kind of like a little bit pumped up about that little goal. Mondays was my worst days. Why was Mondays my worst days? Monday was the start 0 day. I was at 0 sales. By the time Monday was done, I had 1 or 2 or 3 sales. Tuesday, I'm at what? I'm at 2, 3. I used to play weekly with myself. So I had this mind game. That's what kind of motivated me to go out there to do these things. I wasn't excited about working hard. I was scared. I was full of fear. That's why I did it. Because I was afraid that if I wouldn't hit this goal, I'll be sleeping outside. That was my biggest fear. Right? So what motivated me wasn't really the dream of fucking making money. What motivated me was the nightmares a little bit, right? That kind of pissed me, the anger a little bit, the upsetness, right? And every single day that I knocked, this is what I told myself every day, and I told my buddy every day. There's got to be a better way. Because I knew that if I was going to go out there just do it by myself, I'm not going to last like this. I can't do this for fucking 5 years, 10 years straight. I just can't. I knew I couldn't. I hated it because of the fact that it was an ego slap every single day. To me, it was punching me in the face, having people laugh at me, having people spit at me, having people close the doors on me. It really bothered me, like a lot. But what ended up happening is that every single day that I thought about, there's got to be a better way, there's got to be a better way, I kind of figured out the better way was what? Doing it with other people. That was the first thing. Doing it with someone, having a buddy that would do it with me, right, was much better. It's much easier to work with somebody than work by yourself. So I ended up having how many people? 9 people that came with me, right? It was me and 9 other people, right? Me and 9 other people, it was like a squad. I wasn't making money off of them. But what I was doing at that time was, in my mind psychologically, I felt like it was something that I was building. And I was basically playing Russian roulette with their bullets. So the reason why I did that was because in my mind I was like, I just cannot do this by myself, and I wanted to take a risk. I'm like, can I learn how to build a fucking team? Like, do I really have that skill set? And I really wanted to grow within that company and prove to them that I can do it, so they can eventually give me some kind of override eventually. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was like, maybe eventually in the future they'll give me something, you know? And when they didn't, I realized that they didn't care, and that's when I started the company. That's kind of how it went for me. But I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. So 2015 of September, so 09 of 15, all the way till 08 of 16, literally this was what I did. And the reason why I had those 9 people, because I was like, dude, if I started getting excited, because I'm like, okay, I'm making consistent money. I hated it, but I enjoyed the result of it. Because every single day I made $200, $400, $600, $800 in that week. I mean, it went from $2,000 to $3,000 a week. Does that make sense? Now, we didn't make the money right away. It took like 2-3 weeks to get the money, but it was fun. I started calculating my money. I was getting excited about it. So I don't know what it is for you guys that needs to get you excited. You need to figure out what excites you, what pisses you off. Figure out what you fucking hate, right? And maybe jump into it. I jumped into it, and I'll be honest with you, I hated it so much that I became so good at it. And it's a weird concept. But because a lot of times people hate something and they run away from it. I hated it and I jumped deeper into it somehow, some way, because I didn't have any other choice. This is the thing. It's not, I didn't jump into it because I was like, oh yeah, let me be this smart guy and do it. No, I didn't know that. I realized that now that it was a smart decision to jump into something you hate. The only reason why I jumped into it because of what? Why do you think I did that? There was no other option. What option did I have? What option did I have? It wasn't luck. It wasn't a blessing from God, which it is still lucky, it's still blessed. I still believe in that. But what really was, it was just a straight up formula. So if you look about work ethic is just a formula. What is the formula to create a result? And 90% of people have no idea what that formula is for them. You guys have a little bit of an idea because we always tell you how many doors, how many this and that, but do you genuinely know your formula on what to do to get the result you need to get? That's number one, right? You need to know the formula. Number two, don't work hard. Work smart. Every action that you're taking, you want to delegate that action. When I say delegate, not here, do it, that's it. No, duplicate yourself in that specific action. Like, I'll give you an example. There's 3 resources you need. You need time, you need energy, and you need money. Figure out which one you have. What do you guys have right now? What do you guys have the most of right now? Time. Great. What else? Energy. Great. If you don't have enough money, that's fine. So you got to sell yourself on these 2 areas. If you have the money, then guess what? You can save yourself the energy or you can save yourself the time because people want one of these things. So figure out which one you have. If you have a lot of money, great. You're in a great position because guess what? People want fucking money. So guess what you do with that money? Here, motherfucker. Here's 1,000. Watch this. Here's 500. Do this. Here's 100. Wash my car. Right? You're using your fucking money to get you what you want so you can buy back your time and your energy. That's the only reason why you want money. Money is just a tool. Just like time is a tool and energy is a tool. The only thing about time is that you don't get it back. Only thing with energy is like, it's not created or destroyed. It flows through you, right? So you have to eat right, sleep right, do what you need to do right so you have the right energy. And time is just given to you by God. One shot, that's it. There's no going back to 20 years old again for me, right? But with money, I can lose it. I can make it back tomorrow morning. I can make it back tomorrow morning, lose it again the next day. It's okay. It's the game. But if you don't have it, it's okay. Use these 2 to get you this. What are some of the action steps you could take to delegate some of the things you're doing? One of those things is what? Knocking, setting, presenting, and closing. Can you delegate all those 4 things? This is working smart. Working hard, you have to, obviously, in the beginning, you got to do what? Put some action into it. But if you don't see this picture, it's very difficult to not be in this place. It's a very scary place to be when you have to what? Have 100% of the risk on yourself. Am I right or am I wrong? Some of you guys have 100% risk on you right now. That's a scary place to be. That's where 90% of people are at. Most of America has 100% risk on themselves. So what got me to work hard was seeing that potential of knowing what I needed to do and then thinking about how can I work smart and not work hard. I don't want to work hard forever. If working hard was the answer, every single person out there's a lot of family members that you guys don't work really hard. They'll be very successful. You don't become successful by working hard. It is an element of becoming successful, but it's not the ultimate way to become successful. Does that make sense? It's a characteristic you need to have to become successful, but it's not the only characteristic that gets you successful. Because that was the case, my fucking mom would be a multimillionaire today. That's not the answer. The answer is you work hard to build a system so that the system will make you money. And the system for you guys, and the opportunity for you guys, is to build a team. You have to earn the right to be able to duplicate your actions. You guys have 4 actions you want to duplicate. If you're not willing to do it right now, you will not duplicate it, because nobody will do it better than you and your team. Nobody, until you go out there and do it. Question is, how bad do you want to get out of the fucking rat race, and how bad do you want to get out of the work ethic phase so you have to work like a dog? You guys are lucky. You guys are young, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25. Perfect time to fucking bust your butt for a couple of years and get yourself out of that. So when you ask me what is work ethic, you need to figure out why you're doing what you're doing, because to just work hard to make money, it's not going to last. Until you have 2 to 3, 2, 4 presentations a day, you should not be thinking about getting out of the self-gen mode. That's the mentality. That's how you should do it. But what ended up happening, or happens sometimes, people get one generator that books them 2 appointments a day. One of them shows up. You're like, all right, well, I'm going to show up to my appointment today. And then you wonder why you're not where you want to be. It's not because you're a bad person. It's not because you're not willing to work hard. It's because you duplicated one guy and you think, okay, that one guy's going to make you fucking rich. That doesn't work like that. Remember, I had 30 people on my team. I stopped knocking when I had 30 people. Literally. I had 30 people. I have proof of that. I had a notebook. I used to make, at that time, I was making like 4, 5, 6 sales a week. I wasn't going crazy. I was still going out there showing my team how to get it done. But I didn't stop knocking until I had 30. When I met Shaquem, I had like 40-something people on the team. This is a game. It's a game. Are you playing the game right, or are you fucking playing the game wrong? Right? It's like playing basketball with ankle weights. You're driving yourself nuts. Oh, I just want to do it this way to prove everyone wrong. You're an idiot. If you like this kind of content, do me a favor, subscribe to that channel. We'll see you guys in the next video.